I was born in New York City. I grew up in Arizona, and I've been in Northern California for about 25 years. My film background, I started in the film business in 1979, and for McGilvery Freeman Films, and they did a movie called Everest. Greg's done more IMAX films than anybody else in the business. And then I've worked as a writer, I've worked as a producer, I've done 50 films as an actor. This is the first directing that I've done. I've produced other things and worked as an editor and a shooter. I love Stanley Kubrick. I love Alfred Hitchcock. I love Francis Ford Coppola's Apocalypse Now, of course. Um, that's off the top of my head. Terry Gilliam, I like a lot. So I take a lot of influences from different places. Um, it's hard to say I have a favorite and that my style is a kind of a combination of all of those with a strong emphasis on editing. I think editing is the heart of the film art form. The hardest part of getting this film made was trying to get the exact balance of story and action on the screen. My film it tells the story of five guys who go back to Vietnam. So we have five characters. We have what happened in Vietnam when we were there the first time, what happened we were in Vietnam the second time, and a little bit about each one of us. So getting that balance, that was the hardest thing about the film. And then characterization is always hard to get somebody to reflect themselves as a full human being on the screen is not an easy task. And that's a very hard thing to do. And when you get it, you feel so lucky and blessed. I'd like to have viewers feel that they have and can understand emotionally what it's like to be caught up in a war, in our case, drafted, and it was a fairly strong national effort among a broad base of population. So I want them to feel that what it was like to get caught up in a war, what it was like to experience the war, and then what it was like afterwards in the intervening years to have to deal with your memories and the way people react to you and the way the culture changes in relation to your war. Mostly, I want them to feel what the emotional journey is like. I think that's really important. I think a lot of people can intellectualize war, but to understand that soldiers have very rich, complex emotional experiences that they will spend almost the rest of their life processing what those emotional experiences were. And I'd like the audience to understand that. Fun fact that would surprise people is that I've ridden a bike over the Golden Gate Bridge over 3,000 times. I think people should come to see Return to Dak To because it allows them to feel what it's like to be a soldier and to come back, and then to confront the culture's acceptance of you after a long time of not accepting you. And I think it's an interesting place that our culture has to come to because we need to accept what we expose our soldiers to and take that responsibility for it.